have this little riff that I think is pretty cool. I just have a basic drum beat going just to give me something to play to besides a click. I'm not looking for total accuracy right now. I just kind of want to be expressive and get the piece down. And let's see. In fact, I might make the metronome a little more divided so that it's a little bit faster. Let me see. That's good. Without the metronome. Okay. Really was vibing to this thing I just came up with. Still not as I'm just not. I do sometimes have trouble like getting into like strict rhythms. Always have a little bit of a problem with that. So I will often record and then go in and like slice things and try to line them up to what I think is the right groove. But other times I just let it fly the way that it is because it's human and stuff. But yeah, it's a little bit of a shortcoming of mine, actually. Okay, but I've got enough to loop for now, I think, if I'm not mistaken. because I don't really like that fuck up at the end, I'm just gonna copy and paste the end of the one before that. Let's see, and obviously I'll go in and I'm not doing any screen recording. This is just more for archival purposes and kind of giving a glimpse into how I work. So I'm not going to do very precise things right now. I just want it to be good enough so that I can like start to write over it, or even do other instrumental pieces over it. Let me see. Is it good enough? Let me see. I don't know why I put fades there. I didn't need to. I'll just get rid of that for now. Scoop. Wait. What did I do wrong? The first part for now. Go in and record more later. That's the thing about workflow, is that you got to balance like one's like sort of perfectionism with like just moving the thing along. I can go back and record this again later if I'm not happy with it. So, and I also did other takes that are not bad. I mean, let's see. Let me try it one more time. Let's see. You can see what I did there. I did 2 rounds of like more held and sustained notes as well, because those are good to have as layers later. But now I think, like, just for fun, just to give it some, just to see what's going on here, let's take these, just the first initial, I'm gonna put a fade on the end of this bad boy. See, you know, a lot of times, like, if you're not totally on the groove the way you want to be, a lot of times you'll find that you're exactly not in the groove or in the pocket, like, consistently, so you can actually just sometimes drag the whole track back a little, like so I moved it back just a little, and I tend to be before the beat. You know, I'm a little bit rushed. I don't know what it is. I think I run a little bit like anxious. I'm an anxious person, so to some extent. So I think that comes through a little bit. But when I listen, a lot of times I want it to feel more in the pocket or even behind the beat. But yeah, I'm not going to get too carried away with that stuff right now because it can destroy the workflow. And I kind of just want to see if I can come up with any vocal ideas right now. So I'm actually going to, just for fun, take both these synths and then pan them left and right. Bass in there. First I need to just see, because something about this synth setting that I have going on is something about this synth setting that I'm using is that it's not always in the, it's not necessarily on the key that it says it is. So let me see. Yeah, exactly. So I'm playing an F, but it's giving me an E. So okay, so it's actually going. So it's going E, G sharp. So E, G sharp, E, G sharp, B, C sharp, E, G sharp, B, C sharp. Okay. Okay, so let's get, I can't remember what I used recently on this song idea. I was using the same synth as this, which it's a synth on my Yamaha DX. I love that thing. Actually, it's actually our daughter's. I got it for her, or maybe, I think maybe it was Santa that got it for her. I can't remember. But yeah, the other day I had an idea that we ended up calling Catastrophic, and I can't remember right now which bass I used. I really liked that one. I kind of want to use that again, but I'll just see what I got. These are all my own custom, like, synth preset virtual instrument things. So things I tend to go back to, which, you know, some of them I've only used once, some of them I've never used, but some of them pop up a lot in our songs, which can also give it a sense of coherency. Now maybe I'll just, let me see here, start with something like, maybe just some atmosphere. Okay. Well, I don't know. Let's see. It's kind of cool. it's haunting. I might just actually loop that first one for now. Just removed a little more low end. Just don't want it. I want to mostly focus on the high end of this new synth. Yeah, I really like that one. We used that one on, I think, the intro of I Miss You. But I do want the bass. It needs bass, man. All right, what are we gonna do? Let's try this one. That's a little intense. Oh. Oops. Let's see. Dramatic, but let's see. Wait, am I doing something wrong? Hold on. So it's just, it was wrong, but it's, yeah, should you go to C sharp? Okay, that's kind of, it's kind of cool. I mean, it sets a very sci-fi, it's a very sci-fi vibe, but I do love sci-fi vibes. And we do have some songs, I mean, if you look at our catalog, like Born in the Slumber is kind of a sci-fi vibe. I think we have a few others. You Love Me, a little bit sci-fi vibe. Maybe not this extreme, but... I'm gonna have more bass. I'm gonna use something else to get a little bit more like subby low end. Let's see, I'm gonna maybe just a standard like upright. Let's see, what is this one? That's kind of cool. Yeah. Oh, that's kind of cool. Let me get rid of the other bass I was using. change the sound of this synth. I just put in something else that would cut through so that I could hear what I was doing. I like to try to come up with like counter melodies and things. Sometimes when I'm trying to build a vibe. This sounded pretty cool though. Let me see. At the end, obviously. Why did they suddenly sound different? I don't know what I did wrong. Understand what I'm doing wrong here. Something's going on. Like it's not sounding like that. I think we have a glitch going on. Cause like I'm confused as fuck. Normally when I'm confused, it's because I'm just like part of my brain has shut off, you know? It's like one gets into a vibe and a lot of it is like just that, you know, it's using a lot of mental energy to try to troubleshoot bullshit technology things when actually you just want to like make something. But okay, I mean, I think I got enough to work with here. Like. Cool. I like that there's some weird stuff going on there. Really offbeat though. I'm gonna have to go through and It's also hard to switch between these different keyboards because they all have different size keys slightly. Actually, I don't know if that's true. These definitely do. And then the weight of the keys is different on all of these. You know, these are my excuses. I know there's a faster way to do this, but I usually don't do the faster way. Okay. So yeah, I'm obviously putting these exactly to grid, and I know some people are gonna have a problem with that, which is fine. You're free to have a problem with that, but you gotta remember, to me, it's about the combination of like things that are perfectly on the grid, and then the things that are just you allow to be human and breathe. Like I already recorded that first synth, and I haven't done actually any adjustments to it really, except for moving the whole thing back. But it's far from perfect. So it kind of helps to actually bring everything together when you have certain elements that are on the grid and certain elements that are like loose, in my opinion. I think that's good. Especially when you're, it's not like, I am sitting here doing this by myself. It would be different if there were other musicians present and we all got onto like one groove, but am I actually being too... Maybe I shouldn't be moving these. Hold on. I'm going to stop doing this part for now because it's boring. And I'm actually not sure if it's supposed to be a little bit in front. I'm trying to get the feel for it. Like. Alright, well, this will work for now. Let's see. no, this is what I should say. Sometimes I like to just free form and come up with ideas with like full auto tune on. That way the brain is not like trying too hard to like be on pitch. It's more of just finding the melodies and expressing oneself. And then I go in and espresso the same thing. Go in and figure out actually how to use our voice to sing those things on like with proper pitch. Can be quite hard actually, because you use different parts of your throat and stuff and breathe differently when you don't have to worry about singing like in tune. So again, but that's also why it can be very relaxing to try to come up with things this way. So the rappers were onto something for sure. Okay, so that sounds like I'm in the wrong key slightly. Oh, maybe it's okay. That's weird. What am I doing wrong, people? Okay, I gotta think about what key this actually is then. Let's see. So it is E minor. But that must not be. Maybe I just need to. I had to add the. Does that make any sense though? Let's see. Okay, well let's just try it. God's sake. Try something. tuning. I mean, I have some background in music theory, but I try to, yeah, I have dropped out after a semester in college, and yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm probably missing something obvious here, but I know my first chord is an E minor, but I had to basically create a custom tuning for this song for some reason. I think I'm using a lot of weird voicings in my chords. I think so. But so yeah, so now what I would normally do is I'm gonna loop this and then just continue with like some ideas like that. And then I'll go through and like try to figure out where are my best ideas and if there are any lyrics that I can pull from my just spontaneous improv. And to what extent, yeah, then we'll just see. is where like I'm gonna name this, like I always say, initial ideas, Cole. And if it's Shpressa, then we'll write initial ideas, Shpressa. It's not for credit or anything, it's just for knowing whose take that is. And then I'll go ahead and, like, the way I work is I'll unpack this to multiple folders and then I actually just drag it. I like to listen to it, like, as one long thing. Okay, it's been glitchy like that. I'm gonna actually get rid of these. Delete unused tracks. Okay, and then, so now that's all strung out there. So I'll go ahead and, now this is the point where I would just take everything that I had going when I come up with something and just loop it for now. Again, this is all just preliminary, like, a lot of this stuff may not even, this might only be in the chorus or something, like all these synths or whatever. I mean, it hasn't been determined yet. But I'm gonna break these off. I can go back and mess with those later. These are those things I did on the Yamaha, where I was just holding it like, and those will come in handy later. Put a little fade on the back of this one. And I'm gonna loop these as well. And obviously you all just heard me do that, so I'm not gonna make you listen to it all again. But I would go through and like just there that I like, actually. I just have to figure out like how to structure this. But for instance, what I would do now is I would take some parts that I like, you know, for instance, for now, I know that I came up with a better way to approach my melodies over this chord, so I'm not as interested in like these, but this part I like because I'm also hearing lyrics in there that are kind of inspiring to me when I think about it. Like the subconscious has thrown in something about like live and die, something about July. I don't know, I feel like there's good unconscious material there to pick from. So then here I would bring up and I would make that a different color, and I might say like, I'll rename this little section and say something kind of cool. Or I'd be more specific and say, this could work for a pre-chorus, or look at this for a bridge or the verse or whatever. Like I said, I'm not gonna go through all of this in front of you guys because you already heard it. But what I would normally do then is I would listen to this, I would cut pieces out, And then I would start putting them, like, I would start structuring, like verses, whatever. And then if I felt like, it's still missing something, or we never quite landed on, like, a chorus or a real hook or something, then I would go and do the whole thing again and try to just, like, freestyle it. And a lot of times then, by that point, I've already kind of forgotten my initial ideas, so I still have a fresh mind again. And then I will go and start putting, like, vocals where they should be and structuring the song. And then that's when I'll go through at the same, kind of at the same time, and I'll go like, all right, I don't, like, the bass doesn't need to be there from the beginning. So, you know, for instance, if we mute all these, and even if we mute the beat, like, let's just see. And then you might say, all right, now let's have that bass come in. So there we go, dude. I mean, I could probably I might keep filming later as I work on other aspects of this song, but I gotta get going. But this is where I would, and by the way, I know this is gonna give some producers anxiety, but I have not saved the project yet. So I will now save it, God willing. And normally my naming system is I'll do, like, say today's the July 18th, so I'll say 18 July 2025. And then I'll just come up with some kind of a title that just makes me look at the project again. You know, it doesn't have to have anything to do with really anything. It can just be something that gets my attention. So, I don't know, let's think of something. Well, I liked the thing that there was something about July. There was something else in there that I liked. Okay, I'm just gonna, you know what? I'm gonna call it High Strangeness. Because that will definitely get my attention later, which will make me open the project, which will make me hopefully come back to it. High Strangeness. All right, well, thank you guys for watching this and being a part of this. I'm gonna try to do more of this kind of thing. It's not a huge production value on filming because I think the first step is to actually just do it, you know, and then I can kind of evaluate, like, what's the easiest way to maybe at the same time screen record and stuff. Problem is that it uses a lot of hard drive space that I don't really have. I need to get, like, some kind of external network hard drive system because I'm always fighting for space. Because yeah, it is what it is. Also do a lot of video editing, and yeah, constantly having to clear cache. Yeah, anyway, not your problem. But yeah, cool, thanks.